everyone, this is Ms. Cromwell. This week's homework for Monday and Tuesday, we have a few problems for front-end estimation. Front-end estimation is just a different method for like rounding and estimating. It's not anything new, it just has a fancy name, but it's just a different type of estimating. And we're putting this into homework because the SOL standards have changed this year. So we're thinking, well, not us, but like the higher ups are thinking that we're going to be seeing this on the SOLs. So we want to make sure students are prepared. So for, let's see, if I did number 1, it says to estimate the sum or difference using front-end estimation. Real quick, it is very important that your student knows the what sum and difference means. And if you ask your student sum, what does sum mean? Your student should be able to say, oh, sum is the answer to an addition problem. Okay, what does difference mean? That is the answer to a subtraction problem. So nothing crazy. So right here, 746 plus 329. All right, so 746 for front end estimation, you're taking whatever digit is in front. So on this top one for 746, the 7 is in front and it's in the hundreds place. So you're just going to make that, put your first digit 7 and then the rest zeros. 329, again, the 3 is in the front. It's in the hundreds place. So that's 300. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 7 plus 3 is 10. You carry the 1. 1 plus nothing and nothing is 1. So 1,000. So it's just another way to estimate. Okay. Looking at Tuesday, over here at number 2, this is a subtraction problem. So 251. 2 is the digit in the front. So you're going to change this to 200. 73, the 7 is in the front and it is in the tens place. So you're going to make that 70. 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 minus 7, oops, you cannot take 7 from 0. So we're going to have to cross this out. We're going to borrow. That 2 becomes a 1. That 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 7 is 3. 1 minus nothing is 1. 130. So that is front end estimation. On the back is more rounding and estimating. We have 493 plus 267. So right here it has you do estimating and solving for each. You're going to estimate and then you're actually going to do the actual one. So for this, students need to be stacking to solve, for example. So estimating, you would have 493 plus 264. So to round, we're going to, it's up to your student if they want to round to the nearest hundreds, nearest tens. I'm going to round to the nearest tens. So with that, I will look at the tens place. It's a 9. So I'm going to look over at the 1. Since that is a 3, that means I'm going to round down and keep that as same. So I'm going to estimate, I'm going to move that to 490. And then same thing. I'm going to do 264. I'm going to estimate to the nearest tens place. So if I'm looking at the tens place, it means I'm going to look at the ones. That's 4, which is less than 5. So I'm going to round down and keep it as 6. So 260. 0 plus 0 is 0. 9 plus 6 is 15. Carry the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. So it's about 750. If I was going to do an actual, then you're just going to actually solve. 3 plus 4 is 7. 9 plus 6 is 15. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. So 757. So you would do the same thing for number 2. Again, it's up to your student if they want to do for hundreds, thousands, or tens. Typically, the problem would say so, but excuse me for not doing that one correctly. 3 and 4 are both word problems, and they are going to see this on their next unit test. So for number 3, it says there were 3,484 visitors to the zoo Friday morning and 4,323 visitors to the zoo Friday afternoon. How many visitors came to the zoo on Friday? Your student is going to need to know whether they are adding and subtracting. And ask your student, how do they know? Have them justify their answer. They'll know that it's an addition because it's asking you how many came on Friday. And then when you reread it, you'll realize that both of these, one was talking about Friday morning, one was Friday afternoon. So you are adding. So 3,484 plus 4,323. 4 plus 3 is 7. 8 plus 2 is 10. Carry the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. 3 plus 4 is 7. So 7,807. Coming over to Thursdays, these are pretty self-explanatory. This is just a basic addition. Again, you always start in the ones place. 7 plus 2 is 9. 3 plus 8 is 11. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 6 is 13. Carry the 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. Carry the 1. And then 1 plus nothing is your 1. So 10,319. All right. Number 3 was the same as number 1. You're going to estimate first and then find the actual. Moving down where it says to use the greater than, less than, or equal sign to make it a true statement. Students have been taught to stack and compare. So for example, 4,136, you're going to write it, 4,136, 4,163, 4,163. So you start in the biggest place. 4 and 4, same or different, they're the same. Line through. 1 and 1, same or different, they're the same, put a line through. 3 and 6, same or different, oh look, they're different. Which one's bigger? The 6. So you're going to circle this whole number, and then that's how we always do, like the alligator eats the bigger one. That's how you know. So you would read this as 4,136 is less than 4,163. I'm looking at the bottom. Circle all the numbers that will round to 7,000. That's pretty tricky because we're going to have to go through each and every one of these. When we do that, you're going to take the number. So if we're rounding to 1,000, that means we're looking at here, but determining on what is in the place value to the right is going to determine whether you round up or down. So students have been told to put a box and then an arrow. So, that's the one we carry about. The one we're worried about right now, but it's depending on this 4. So on this one, we would say that 4 is less than 5, which means that you are going to round down and keep that the same. So this one would round to 7,000. For example, this one, 6,417. Again, we're looking at that 4. The 4 is less than 5, so it rounds down and stays at 6,000. And we would not circle that one, whereas this one does round, so we would circle that. Oops, forgot my 0. So they would just go through each and every one to determine what it is you need to do. Okay, so that's math for this week. As far as reading homework, this is same that we've been doing for this past few weeks. All 4 have a different little passage, and then students should be using red, orange, yellow, green, and blue crayons to annotate their answers. So your students should be reading these passages. If they need to read it out loud, if they needed to read it to you, great. Definitely be there to help guide as needed. However, these passages are much lower than 3rd grade level, so your student should have no problems with this. If they are, that's okay. Just have them just keep doing it. Try, keep working. So my mom has a special new mug. Her mug is pink and purple. Her mug says Mom's Mug. One day, my mom saw a big blue bug in her mug. "Get that bug out of my mug," cried my mom. Dad got the bug out. So what does Mom have? Mom has a special new mug. So with my red, I am going to underline because that shows me where I got my answer. And I need to be making these complete sentences. So Mom has a special new mug. Students are in 3rd grade, so they need to be making sure these are complete sentences. Number 2, what color is Mom's mug? Again, go back up here. Her mug is pink and purple. So with my orange crayon, and they could copy that exactly. I'm gonna write Mom's mug is pink and purple. What is in Mom's mug? And then in her bug, my mom saw a big blue bug in her mug. So I'm going to use that with yellow. Oops. A big blue bug is in Mom's mug. Who got the bug out of Mom's mug? I'm going to use the green. And we're going to say Dad got the bug out. Dad got the bug out of the mug. And then what 2 words rhyme in the story? And this one there, you could say mug and bug. Those are the main ones. And that one says you're going to say blue. And so with blue, I would go mug and bug. Mug and bug. Rhyme in the story. So there we go. If you have any questions, just let me know, and I hope you guys have a great evening.